After the less than stellar success this morning with the eclipse, I wanted to try to get some pictures of the moonrise because the moonrise is actually only 30 minutes after sunset. However, there are hills both east and west of me. The sun will be setting at approximately 249 degrees west, and the moon will be rising 178 degrees in the opposite direction at 71 degrees east, about over there. We will see if I can get any images with the dark, and these cameras not liking it. It looks like my lens doesn't want to zoom anymore. I'm going to try to use the phone camera. It's the 1080p instead of this 720, but that's going to take a minute. I've got to get the camera set up. My tracks were the last tracks up here, same tread pattern. However, have had some wildlife cross the tracks. No vehicles, but there's actually a really fresh bunch right here. Probably not much before I came through here, as a matter of fact. This is where I was last week when I did the video. I'm going to go back and see if I turned on the phone, see if it's ready to start taking some video. This camera is definitely not liking the focus. Had a lens error this morning, and I don't know what caused that. There's no no dew point. We haven't hit the dew point. We've been within a couple degrees of it. We haven't hit it yet. Might have just been the cold or the age of the camera, or who knows. But gonna try to see how the phone camera works. That is what I'm trying to see now that that's in shadow. But I'd also like to get the moonrise. See if I can do it. I forgot the tripod, but with the phone it wouldn't work anyway. So gonna wait for the moonrise. Oh, now it looks like we're showing the color better as the sun's going down. Now just to see if there'll be that same color as the moon's rising, which is kind of what I'd hoped to get, although this more detailed color is definitely an improvement. Sunset's supposed to be in about 11 or 12 minutes. This is no zoom, just looking at the whole panoramic of that hill and the trees and the sand and the sky. There's actually a jet stream right now going above the hill right there. Just seeing that right there. But I'm going to keep waiting, and hopefully in about 40 minutes I'll be able to catch the moonrise. Maybe 45 with that hill being an obstruction. Reminded of an old saying, leave nothing but footprints, take nothing but photos, pictures. I also left some tire tracks, but that's kind of a footprint, just that of the truck. And I'm picking up after other people here, and I will not leave anything else out here. Just waiting for that sun to go all the way down and hopefully leave enough color for me to get some images when the moon rises. There's this tree that you can see the hill kind of through right above the trunk as it branches. Just noticed it, probably because of the way the light is behind it. Just thought I'd snap a quick little bit of video of it. I used timeanddate.com for finding the time of sunset and moonrise tonight, and I did it for a town in a different state, in a different time zone, 50 or 60 or 80, I don't know, miles away, just because it was the largest one, easy to find. But I think we are at sunset right now, like it said it should be. Now let's just wait and see if it's going to be a half hour or maybe a little more before moonrise. The colors are looking beautifully vibrant now that the sun isn't washing the color out of the red. As it's getting darker, it's harder and harder to hold focus on this camera. I may have to get down and lean my hands on the top of the truck if it gets much darker to be able to hold a focus. And I'm also wobbling, trying to hold it in my hand for any amount of time. And one-handed it's impossible, and two-handed I'm feeling my chest. We'll have to see how it goes in 25 or so minutes. Just a footnote of, well, a note. Because I was having all the issues with the low light capabilities on the cameras last night, I went searching and I ended up on B&H Photo's website looking at cameras and camera lens packages and lenses and flash and all kinds of other stuff. And I have a thing for Nikon. And of course I had to look at the D850, the newest, latest, greatest SLR. It's got I believe a $3,500 price tag, body only. But I found the D3400 for under $600 with two lenses, and they had the same model in a refurbished with the same two lenses for under $500. It was just something I was thinking about, and something I thought I'd mention while I'm sitting here. Looks like if I pan down, it brings the light out better. Might be able to get this yet. Let's zoom and see how that affects it. Like I said, sunrise or moonrise should be right about the top, that hill on the left there, between the tree and the hill, I think. It actually seemed to lighten, the sky did, just recently. I don't know if it's because of the cloud effect or what, but the sky did seem to just lighten. We're still about 21, 22 minutes to moonrise, provided that hill doesn't affect the time too much. But we may still be able to get something as long as I don't zoom too strongly. I don't know if that's showing up or not, but to that direction, there's a pack of coyotes or something. Just started. On that skyline, I've thought I've seen movement and around, just brief out of the corner of my eye, not really seen, just catching movement. They can't be that far away, half mile maybe. Well, I'm the one that came out to wait to see the moonrise. Moonrise is still about 10 or 12 minutes away, but the color is just amazing, and the contrast on that hill. As long as I don't pan up too much, well, it's actually staying this time, but it's losing focus if I move. The yips on my left, or on my right, are definitely getting closer, and What I thought was something over here appears to just be a stump, and if there was any movement, it was the trees are in front of it or my eyes. But something over there is definitely getting closer. Got about 9 minutes till when moonrise should be. Above that hill there's a light, probably an airplane. It's got a white flashing red and green. We're a couple minutes before the scheduled moonrise. However, the hill could add a couple of minutes to that. I just saw that light and wanted to bring it up. I didn't think the phone camera would pick it up, but it is. Although it's definitely looking darker now in the camera than it is to my naked eye. It's time for moonrise, and I think that glow behind that silhouette is the actual moonrise, or will be. I was just thinking after seeing a couple stars, the first traces of them, twinkle twinkle little star. Seen some planes as well, but I've also seen the first few stars showing up. Some satellites, I believe, as well. They might actually all be satellites, who knows. Nothing really spectacularly bright, and they all seem to be kind of blue and green flash. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to get the moonrise. I did get some nice shots of the colors after sunset, and I think I'm going to call it a night. I don't want to get stranded out here. I really don't want to sleep in the truck.